In preparing this Dvar Torah for Tu B'Shvat, a fascinating question arose, which I did not see in the Sfarim, but which is answered in the Sfarim. And that question is, we celebrate all of life's milestones. We celebrate a bris, we celebrate a birth, we make a kiddush for a girl, we celebrate bar mitzvahs, bas mitzvahs, we celebrate chasanas. How do we celebrate the conception of a new human being at the outset of their creation? And that's an interesting question. I never really thought of that. Moshe Kamarnik, in his essay on Tu B'Shvat, says, and I'll quote him, the Mishnah for the Rosh Hashanah for Ilanos is in the month of Shvat, the famous machlokes between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. We paskin, of course, like Beis Hillel. There's Tu B'Shvat. But regardless of that, Shvat is right smack dab in the middle of winter. Everything is black, is empty. The branches are empty. The ground is frozen. The trees are barren. The trees have nothing. That's the time to celebrate a Rosh Hashanah for trees? It doesn't seem to be that clear. On the other hand, he says Shvat is the perfect month to celebrate the life of a tree, because as the Gemara says, that's where its life is at its very beginning, the conception of the new cycle of the year, the new year for the tree. And it says that is when the sap starts to rise, the Gemara says, and that is the beginning of the growth of the tree, even though we see nothing. A really interesting concept. Now, he makes it even more deeper and better by saying that man is compared to a tree, the mashal of man to a tree. So too, we are faced very oftentimes with great problems, with great despair. Life is barren, life is bleak, life is frozen. Everything seems dark and hopeless. And that is beginning of the Yeshua. The Yeshua begins when we are at our greatest despair and our greatest depth. When the challenge seems to be overwhelming and we cannot do anything, we have to think of the beginning of life. Nothing there, and from nothing we get the Yeshua. We're able to see the tremendous results if we only keep on working and bear with it and keep on steiging and harving and putting in our efforts to make that work. There's so many midrashim that I was able to find. Rav Feitman just came out with a brand new sefer on all of the minor Yom Tovim, and he said this is not a minor Yom Tov. If we listen to the trees on Tu B'Shvat, we learn a great deal. Just one little knetch I want to put, because I thought there was so much here to teach us. A tree, which we are compared to, has two tremendous aspects. It stands tall and majestic. He brings us that from Rabbi Dr. Avram Tursky, Zatzal. A tree stands tall and majestic, and yet it lowers itself to provide fruit and shade. It gives us, Basav Adam, tremendous benefits, both types of trees, teaching us that majesty and humility can coexist and be productive and fulfill our tafkid in life. These two opposites, which seem so remotely related, are personified, are typified by a tree. And so that's something we can learn from the tree. There's a lot to learn. I'm only giving you one little knetch. The tree is a physical object and it fulfills a ruchnius purpose in life, and that is to help each other, to help mankind. If we help each other in every possible which way, as we all know the famous saying, your friend's gashmias should be your ruchnias. That's what a tree does. A tree does that very happily and very, very uncomplainingly. Does this year in and year out. So too, we should go about our function, our tafkid, to provide chesed for the world by learning from that. And B'ezras Hashem, and that's chus, may we all be zoiche to the richtige geula Yeshua b'mher v'meinu. Amen.